Hey everybody, I'm back here to finish up on my overall thoughts, or as I call them in the message boards where I posted them, overall typed thoughts, because that's what I did. I typed, or Dragon Natural speak typed, these thoughts. Now continuing on and finishing this up, and I quote, "Now, just like with the Bunnie restored situation, there is a difference of opinion on that final panel of the main story." You got basically the whole, Eggman holding a blowtorch to Sally deal. On that final panel in the main story of 232. For you see, many feel that the villain, Eggman, is making Sally into a battle droid, with possibly no chance of her being restored to flesh and blood, but herself. And then in parentheses, I put this in parentheses, add on the rumor that someone started, that Ian Flynn has stated that Sally will not be restored to flesh and blood. That's a rumor that was started. That's been I put that in parentheses, so you look at it, you come up with your own conclusion. Others, however, have tried to reason with those that feel that way by saying that the villain is possibly implanting something into Sally that may come in handy in the future, or in some cases create more dramatic effect. Example being the villain, Eggman, putting a bomb inside Sally just like he did with the DEL, in other words, the Death Egg Legion, or the Dark Egg Legion, I should say. However, that's just speculation. That's just speculation. And for one final example of some of the things that Ian Flynn does in the comic that doesn't make sense, is having Jeffrey St. John just grab the crown off Eliza's head, you got to read 232 to see what I mean, and placing it on Nagus' head, on Nagus' head, thus making him king. Now I will admit that that is just, and in parentheses I said excuse my language, but I'm not going to say it here, messed up or beeped up, if you will. And the reason I say that is because if you're going to become king, you either have the crown passed down to you because you're the next in line, or you fight for the crown that you feel is rightfully yours. And to me and many others, that's right, me and many others, that makes more sense than just taking it off one's head and placing it on another's. And I'm sure anybody reading this would agree. Now in conclusion, and I quote, now in conclusion, to say that 2011 and 2012 have ended and begun with the same old crap from the previous head writer, as well as to say that the current head writer, in the eyes of several fans, is way over his head with what he's doing currently, may be saying a little too much. It may be saying a lot less. But now that we're in 2012, we will just have to see how things pan out. And pan out when it comes to the Ken Penders versus Archie Comics court case. And we'll just have to see how things pan out with Ian Flynn taking us on this spiral ride for the next 11 months, which will end with 244, and thus lead us into the summer of 213 with the 250th issue. That being, however, if Mr. Flynn, with all due respect to Ian Flynn, is still working as the head writer of the main Sonic comic, or if he's moved on to other things and handed over the reins of head writer to somebody else, or two other people, being the two new writers. And that's all I have to say about what's, and that basically all I have to say about what's going on with several of the topics I have read, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens next. Overall, basically those are my thoughts that I typed up, or Dragon Natural speak typed up, and posted at several of the sites. Basically stating that what happens with Ken Penders looks like could be a losing battle for him. But Ian Flynn, well, you got to draw your own conclusions on him. But that's all I'm going to say. I'm sorry this was in 3 parts, but I don't have the unlimited time limit or unlimited time privilege anymore. So if you want to comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. If you want to do a video response, make it a short one or a long one. It does not matter. Nagus, if you want to do one, that's fine. MJ Knight, whatever. Let me know. Comment down below. Do a video response if you like. And I'll talk to y'all later, and you have all a good day.